Hey, welcome back. In this video I just want to go over the conservation of linear momentum for impacts, collisions, and explosions. Basically just the momentum before is going to be equal to the momentum after for our system as long as there's no external impulses acting on the system. So internal impulses are fine. And what I mean by that is imagine that we have two objects that are going to collide with each other. Say we have some ball, it's MA, it's going this way, and it's going to collide with another ball with a mass mb, like that, and as long as basically the velocity of A is greater than the velocity of B, at some point they'll impact each other. Now there's two different masses here, but if we consider these two masses together to be one system, then we can consider the impulse between them when they impact as an internal impulse, and there is no external impulse acting on the overall system. So the net linear momentum of the system, capital L for linear momentum, is going to the right. We have the velocities of each of these masses going to the right, so the net system momentum is to the right. And after they have their internal impulse, the velocities will change depending on the relationship of the type of that impact. But basically the net linear momentum will not be changed of the whole system. Now we can kind of mathematically describe that for these systems with multiple masses as the sum of mass I times Vi before, in state 1, before the impulse, before the impact, is equal to the sum of all of those masses times their new velocities at state 2. So if we want to write this out for this system, we would have MA times VA1 plus MB times VB1. That is the net momentum before the impact, and has to be equal to the net momentum after the impact. It will not be changing, but it will be equal to MA VA2 plus MB VB2. We could have another example of an impulse. Let's say we have two people standing on ice. So this is going to be, let's say that they're wearing ice skates or something, so there's no friction between them and the surface. Initially they're at a rest, so their linear momentum of the system is 0. Let's draw a border around our system. It is the two people basically like that. They each have their own mass. They are MA and MB. VA is equal to 0. That's VA1, and VB1 is equal to 0. They're just standing there. But when they press against each other, because they're on the ice and there's no friction, they're going to slide backwards. And the amount that they press and the duration of it is the impulse. So we're going to have state 2 after they've separated from an impulse of push. And the boundary of the system is still the same. It includes both people. The net linear momentum is still 0. They still have the same mass. It's MA and MB, but now they're going to have some velocity. We're going to have VA2 and we're going to have VB2. So this was state 1 and this is state 2, or we could call it before and after the impulse. And again, we could describe this using the above formula. It's exactly the same. We have MA VA1 plus MB VB1. That's the momentum before the impulse, is equal to MA VA2 plus MB VB2. Now in this case, because VA1 and VB1 are 0, these two terms cancel out, or they drop off. And then in this one, if we rearrange, we're going to have MA VA2 is equal to negative MB VB2. And we can simplify this a little more. We could say that VA2 is equal to negative MB over MA times VB2. Now, in order to solve these actual problems, we'd need more information. We'd actually need to know something about their masses and something about the actual impulse itself. For the first example, we would get the second equation that we'd need to solve would be what's called the coefficient of restitution, and I'm going to go over that in the next few videos. And in this case, we could also use, if we're given information about the impulse, then we could use the principle of impulse and momentum. But basically what you want to look out for in impulse and momentum problems is always the momentum before is equal to the momentum after, as long as there's no external impulses acting on the system. And always, just if you have like problems like this, just draw a boundary around the masses, the objects that you're given, and then you can go from there. So the impact or the impulse between them is not considered external. And yeah, that should be enough to get you going with the conservation of momentum problems.